I think what got Al interested in synthetic lubricants is the knowledge that jet airplane he was flying was surviving and able to survive because synthetic lubricants were used in that engine to cool it and lubricate it. He understood and knew that a normal mineral oil would not survive that environment. So I think what he did is said, hey, the environment in this jet engine is very, very severe, but then again, the environment within the gasoline engine is not a whole lot less severe. I think there's advantages for synthetic lubricants to be used in the automobile engine. People use lubricants in their automobiles to protect their engine from wear and to provide slipperiness, if you will, so the engine can turn freely and maximize fuel economy, so on and so forth.
But a film of conventional petroleum motor oil, also known as mineral oil because the base fluid is refined from crude oil, is doomed to fail as the random molecules interact and break down. In contrast, the base fluid of a synthetic lubricant is engineered in a laboratory to have strong, uniform molecules.
And that is the simple concept of synthetics. The base fluids have much stronger films than a petroleum.
In addition, the chemical potpourri in mineral oil includes waxes that cause the oil to thicken at low temperatures, even into a solid. Again, synthetic oils are chemically uniform.
The advantages that the products have is they have extremely good fluidity at low temperatures. And that's something that a normal mineral oil just cannot achieve even with the heavy use of chemicals. So low temperature fluidity is the major advantage. High temperature thermal stability is the other advantage. I think that's one of the best things about Al Amatuzio. Al Amatuzio will not go into the marketplace with a product that is not the highest quality that he can possibly produce.
To successfully market a motor oil, there are two sets of 3 letters that mean more than all the racing testimonials on earth. API is the acronym for the American Petroleum Institute. SAE stands for the Society of Automotive Engineers. These letters can only be applied to products officially certified through rigorous testing to have met or exceeded the performance standards of these official agencies. In 1972, AMSOIL became the first 100% synthetic motor oil to earn these qualifications.
When you build an engine oil, you must meet all the criteria that has been put out by the automobile, the Society of Automotive Engineers, okay, American Petroleum Institute. Your product has to meet all of the criteria.
The happiest day for me was when Al spent the money, and he spent a lot of money to go down to San Antonio and get the SAE rating on AMSOIL. And that was, to me, was when it became really no longer a research project, but you had a product on the market and it was off and running.
And yet, even with the legitimacy afforded by the official certifications, Al wasn't pulling any punches. His label trumpeted AMSOIL's extended drain interval, the recommendation for changing oil, as an astonishing 1 year or 25,000 miles. Al was placing AMSOIL far above the industry standards. He was proclaiming the highest quality motor oil on the market.
I think that's one of the best things about Al Amatuzio. Al Amatuzio will not go into the marketplace with a product that is not the highest quality that he can possibly produce.
One thing I can say about AMSOIL products with the greatest authority is that they are designed with the finest and the most recent technology that is available worldwide.
Mobil is recently trying, I guess, to catch up with with AMSOIL. They've introduced now a synthetic lubricant that they say is good for 15,000 mile drains. Well, Al has used AMSOIL. Matter of fact, Lefty Ward, who was Al's research director for years, never changed the oil in his Ford Taurus. Changed the filter, yes, never changed the oil.
Eventually, the floodgates opened as automobile manufacturers began to design engines based on the performance benefits of synthetic lubricants.
Well, as demand began to develop, competition began to develop. And people like Castrol jumped into the business, BP jumped into the business, Shell jumped into the business, even Pennzoil jumped into the business.
And I challenge any of those other synthetic lubricants companies to come out here and compete on the same level as Al Amatuzio. Can't do it. Can't do it. His technology is too good. He is too far entrenched in his business. And anybody who can survive more than 30 years in a business like this in synthetic lubricants and continually grow every year, believe me, that is a success story.